1, 2, 3, go. Alright, I'm doing my presentation on Nepal Study Abroad, which I was able to go to this summer and spend some time learning about culture, religion, ecotourism. And the two main religions that are practiced in Nepal are Hinduism and Buddhism. 95% of Hindus live in India, and a lot of Buddhism helps conservation due to the structures and philosophies of Buddha. And so this is the leading development of nature. And here we had dinner with some World Wildlife Fund, the president of World Wildlife Fund, as well as other members of conservation groups. So we were able to sit down, talk about conservation issues, the future of conservation, and how they have obtained 6 years of no poaching for rhinos. In this picture over here, we went to Lumbini on, we just so happened to be there on Buddha's birthday. So for the day, we spent studying the stupas and temples of Nepal, and so we were able to go and witness adoration and reflection for Buddha. And over here, this was right after a ride on the elephants to go observe rhino habitat. And the only way that you can do this is through elephants due to the fact that the vegetation is so high. And we learned a lot about ecotourism, which is what our whole trip was about. And ecotourism has helped local communities in such a big way that it has actually helped the locals become more involved in conservation rather than increasing human-animal conflict. So this has brought in a lot of money, and now the locals are starting to get excited about seeing wildlife due to the fact that it brings in more people and it brings in money for the locals, especially when it comes down to the national parks, because the gift shops on the outside of the parks are the objects, the products in there are raised and crafted by the local women, and so they use that to have a job and obtain money for their family. The tea shops are houses that are on the side of the mountain. So when we were hiking through the Longtong mountain range, we were able to get a Sherpa, and he allowed us to stay at his tea shop where you can get your hot meals, your hot drinks, and have a place to sleep while you are hiking. So this also helps ecotourism due to the fact that these people now have income coming in while living on the side of the mountains. And so here we were at the Institute of Forestry, where we sat down for the day and talked to the local students about how they learn and the projects that they do. And so we learned about how the school life of Nepal is different from the school life in the United States. And then here we were at one of the few homestays that we stayed at. And this man over here is the owner of the homestay, and we were able to sit down with him and a few of his workers to discuss how the evolution of these homestays have helped not only him and his family, but also the community around. So Nepal Study Abroad, we learned so much about ecotourism and conservation and what has gone into the conservation of the wildlife in Nepal. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this.